Hi, beautiful souls. I hope everybody enjoyed the beautiful energies of yesterday and used them with wisdom. Of course, every single day is an opportunity, every single now is an opportunity to use our energies with wisdom. So I suppose it doesn't really matter if there's eclipse or not. It doesn't really matter what's going on within the stars systems or any of that. What matters is right this perfect now moment and how you are living your life. But of course, when we have opportunities, it's always great to seize the opportunity and to apply love and wisdom to enhance and amplify that opportunity to create more love, more joy, more bliss, more radiance, more peacefulness on this beautiful planet and for all life and all existence here. Today I thought I'd share another episode on sensitivity. I was talking to Joan this morning, a friend of mine, and she was mentioning that her sister's home has quite a lot of stuff in it. And I was like, this is something that is important to mention with sensitivity. A highly sensitive person wouldn't be able to cope with a home with too much stuff in it. It's far too distracting. It takes away your energy, depletes you of energy. Just overwhelming, in fact. I've been in houses before that have had so much stuff in them that are just overwhelmed. Boo Boo's dog sitter was a hoarder, and I used to go in her house and I used to feel super anxious. In fact, if she wasn't so good with dogs, I probably would never have left Boo Boo with her because, goodness, there was nowhere to hardly move. But she was so brilliant with dogs. I kind of like, okay, cancel, clear, delete any judgments here. Let's just allow Boo Boo to stay with my friend the hoarder. But I personally could never live like this. Now, I know it's all down to preference a lot of the time, but I feel that there's some great wisdom in being so sensitive that you actually do prefer to live in a monastic environment, because you're able to focus more. You feel less exhausted, less anxious, because I feel very anxious if there's great big stacks of stuff everywhere and piles of paperwork. And I mean, when I used to run my restaurants, I would have everything very, very tight ship without all of this stuff piling up, because it just makes you feel anxious and it makes you feel like you can't breathe in many ways. So what I wish to share is that whilst this is something that is quite notable within highly sensitive people, this is actually something that assists with everybody. If everyone was to apply this method of clearing their space, keeping their environment free from clutter, and so that they can focus, and so that they can then create what they really want to bring through, then they would actually be able to create so much more, and they would feel much more joyful in the process of doing it. I know some people feel like, oh no, but I can handle it if I've got stuff all over the place. But stuff accumulates dust, and stuff also accumulates places for energy, stagnant energy, to linger. And when you have a clear space, I say all this and I look behind in my office space and it probably doesn't look exactly that tidy, but I can assure you it is very, very organized. It is very organized and very tidy compared to some people's stuff, for sure. But yeah, if you have a nice, clean environment, clear environment, open windows, letting fresh air in, cleansing away all of that sort of negative, or not negative, but stagnant chi, stagnant energy. Just clear it, let it be gone, be gone, be gone. Fresh air, clear space, fresh flowers. I suppose this is a little bit like feng shui, having areas clear so not every single surface has got stuff on it. Often when people see, a space where there's space, a windowsill, for instance. They think, oh goodness, I can fill that up with stuff. What about just having a clear windowsill? I went to art college, and a long time ago, back in art college days, I was friends with somebody from another art college, and we were discussing different things and, you know, aesthetics and what is visibly pleasing to the eye, and, you know, taking the eye through looking at vistas and things like this. And I remember him mentioning, like, why is it when you go to somebody's house, they always have to put things right in front of a window, and a window is what brings light into your home? I said, now this is a very interesting idea that I had never thought about. So it's like, often you go places and people have stuff right in front of the windows, which is your eyes into your home and your eyes out of your home. And I know that people's houses seem to get smaller and smaller these days because they're built like Toy Town, which is fine, you know, what it is. But there is something to be said in having a space that has nothing in it, allowing you to birth new creations, allowing you to be creative. How can you be creative if you've got so much stuff around you, you can't concentrate? I know that for me, like when I'm painting or something, if I have space around me, I'm able to paint and create much more fluidly and with much more flow. And I'm able to write better if I have a nice clear writing space. If I'm creating, I need to be fully engaged in my creations. And this is what I want to share, that if you are creative, or even if, I mean, well, everybody's creative, but if you're sensitive, or even if you don't consider yourself to be that sensitive, everybody benefits from having a clear space so that you can fully embrace all of the creativity within you and just go with the flow. When you have stuff around you, you can be influenced, or you can be distracted, or you can like, oh, I'll just look over here or just look there, and it takes away from you what you're actually doing. And the whole point is to be focused on what you are doing. Focus. So my share today is to invite you to consider how well you focus on tasks. How well do you feel within your environment? I know that there are some people that live in houses that they actually don't feel comfortable in, and I've heard this from people saying, oh, I don't feel particularly comfortable in my home. Well, what can you do to change that? Why is it you don't feel comfortable? There's some people, they keep so many things in their cupboards, in their kitchen, for instance, and they stuff that they never use, or maybe they use it once in every 5 years or something. Why keep stuff like that? It just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, in the perfect new age, I feel like there will be some sort of like giant hub where there's all of this stuff that's stored there, and people just go there and go, I needed a saucepan to cook for 100 people because I don't have one. Well, who does keep a saucepan like that really in their house, except for people that are hoarders? You know, you don't need stuff like that. That's something to be shared with a community. That's something like the community uses once in a blue moon. Okay, let's keep those sorts of things there, and let's keep our homes as monastic as possible, so that we have that freedom to think with a pure thought, that ability to just feel calm and relaxed in our space. I'm not saying to give up our books, because let's not be silly about things. We all need our books in our homes, but just having space around us, so not everything is just cluttered full of stuff that's never getting used, reduces anxiety, reduces fatigue, assists us to concentrate and to focus. And that's a very, very important skill. And we can feel more relaxed, more space to birth creations, to have like innovative ideas. But when there's so much stuff all over the place, how does anyone manage to feel relaxed enough to actually rest and enjoy their space? You're supposed to feel calm and relaxed in your homes. You're supposed to feel calm and relaxed in your office. You're supposed to feel calm and relaxed in whichever space that you're occupying. But if it's your personal space, you do have an opportunity to change it. If you're in an office environment where you don't actually have any personal influence over it, then whatever. You can consider that in another way. But if you have an opportunity and a sense of ability to change something to make you feel more joyful, more relaxed, then it makes perfect sense to do something about it. And so this is my invitation today. Maybe go out into nature, maybe just sit in stillness in your own home, and just consider, like, how can I make my space give me that space where I can just breathe and relax and just sit down, enjoy a book with a cup of tea, look out of my window, see the nature, experience the nature without all clutter lining the windowsills. How might you refresh your space so that you feel more relaxed and calm and peaceful? And this is a gift of sensitivity, a gift of having the insight to know that this actually will make you feel happier and more joyful, and therefore you will flourish more in your daily life. My name is Zaza. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and joy to you all. Comment and subscribe if you feel called to do so, and like as well. Thank you. Peace.